And that is correct. Sub-state basketball action kicks off here this evening from Washington County, Kansas, home of the Tigers, as the Class 1A Division I sub-state round continues or gets kicked off here for the 2024-25 basketball season. Good evening and welcome in. Max Blasky with you here tonight, as we have been all season. Broadcast coverage tonight on KNDY FM 95.5 in the free KNDY FM mobile app, and of course streaming online at KNDYradio.com. It's a Twin Valley League matchup in this first round game. It is Washington County. It is Frankfort to kick off our postseason coverage. A lot of action this week. Going to try and fit in 4 games in a 6-day span, and this is night number 1, kicking it off here this evening. Washington County girls coming into this contest 10-9 on the season, 3-7 finishing out Twin Valley League play. Meanwhile, the Frankfort girls on the other end of it now just 4-16, 1-10 in league play. Losers of 14 straight now for the Wildcats. It's been a rough season for Frankfort. Of course, high hopes coming off of last season's first ever state championship in girls history. But again, just a mix of the injury bug and some sickness have hurt the Wildcats this season. As for the Tigers, it's been a solid year under this senior class. First time with 10 wins since the 2021-22 season. Washington County comes in strong. Winners of 3 of their last 5, but they do have 2 straight losses against Hanover and Donovan West that closed out the regular season. As for Frankfort, we mentioned it, 14 straight. Their last win came back on December 20th. That was a game at Onega. Since then, it's been the other side for Brian Eppert and his Wildcats. A good matchup, though, as this will be the 3rd time these 2 teams met. They met once in the TBL tournament, with Washington County getting that win 62-40, and then a contest a couple days later at the end of January, with Washington County coming out with a 1-point win, 48-47 in that contest. We'll dive into that first game here in just a little bit, as we got one of the best reffing crews in the entire state with us over here at Washington County here tonight. We're going to take a timeout. Of course, our sponsors tonight, a big thank you to them: M&R Auto Parts, Bruna Implement, First National Bank of Frankfort, Midwest Products, the Frankfort Area News, the Animal Health Center of Washington, Wanklin Oil, United Bank and Trust, F&A Construction in Frankfort, Owens Originals, Parthimer Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard of Washington, Trailers for You in Frankfort, the Dragoson Insurance Agencies, Frankfort Community Care Home, FNB Washington, the Animal Health Clinic PA in Frankfort, M&M Tire, and Flint Hills Mechanical and HVAC. We'll take our first time out. When we come back, we'll hear from both head coaches. First off, head coach Brian Eppert of the Wildcats, then followed up with a conversation with Scott Romiser of the Washington County Tigers, as we get ready for game night here on KNDY.
To keep your vehicle running good and looking good, all you need is M&R Auto Parts in Frankfort. Motor oil, air filters, spark plugs, batteries, brakes, and more. M&R also has what you need for the outside of the vehicle: wheel cleaners, glass cleaners, washes, and waxes. That's M&R Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer in Frankfort.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it. Always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Friendly, personalized service to meet your banking needs. That's the standard at First National Bank, Frankfort.
My community bank has responded to the changes needed to keep my money safe and secure. They've switched to cards with the latest technology, which is safer and more secure than before. My community bank provides safety and security while staying on top of the latest banking trends.
Let First National Bank's brand of banking be responsive to your needs. First National Bank, Frankfort, proud to be your community bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome into our pregame coaches conversation, as we will be joined now with Frankfort girls basketball head coach Brian Eppert. Coach, we've had a chance to talk throughout the season. I know this year has kind of been a down compared to last year, but something about your team that I've taken notice is the consistency that you still coach with, especially on the defensive end. What has stood out about that side of the ball here this year that you hope to build on going into next season?
Well, I think our kids, they work hard. Just maybe size is one thing we're lacking. We don't have a lot of post players that are there to be able to give us a lot of good minutes. Lorelei does a good job, and I feel like I maybe depend on her way too much. But the next is probably a freshman. So, we just haven't had that consistency, and it's hard for freshmen to play at that level. And, you have to be a special athlete to be able to play as a freshman, I feel like. So, that's what we're trying to develop and try to improve them, not just for the rest of this season, but, like I said, for next season and the seasons to come.
And, of course, you still have an opportunity tonight to continue your season. But as you look at the season as a whole, what excites you about the opportunity coming back next year?
Well, I think, we have pretty good numbers coming back. That's a positive for us. I think the hard part is you got a couple of those injuries, so you don't know, how that improvement's going to pan out when they haven't played for basically a whole season. So that's one thing. I think our girls, they have a lot of heart and grit. That's what I like about it. And that's kind of the way I coach, like you said, the defensive side. You don't have to have a lot of talent. You just have to have a lot of heart and grit to play defense. And I feel like our girls have that. But the big thing is just consistency right now. Bring that for 4 quarters, bring that for a whole game so we can, be in it at the end.
Now, as you prepare for Washington County tonight, the last time these two teams matched up, it was a 1-point victory for the Tigers, and this will be the 3rd time you guys face each other this year. Do you feel that's a benefit at all from your guys' standpoint?
Well, I think so. I think it's, you hear that whole adage all the time, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. That said, we did have our chance. We were a 1-point game and just didn't execute down the end in the last 30 seconds like we needed to. So hopefully, we have that opportunity again, and then this time we can execute correctly and come away with a win.
And maybe besides the execution, I know Jesse Hoover is a big part of that Washington County offense also. They have that post play sometimes that you kind of talked about in the beginning. So what else do you need to see from your team to hopefully get a win in first round and keep this train moving?
Well, I think the big thing is, like you said, slow down Jesse Hoover. But the other thing is keep them off the boards. I feel like they out-rebounded us both games that we played them, so we're definitely going to have to, execute there and try to block out and rebound the best we can.
Again, talking with Frankfort girls basketball head coach Brian Eppert as the Wildcats and the Tigers prepare to tangle up next on KNDY. But before that, we will chat with head coach of the Washington County Tigers, Scott Romiser, coming up next.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Every week, stay informed and connected with the Frankfort community top stories by getting the Frankfort Area News, a small-town newspaper dedicated to their subscribers, advertisers, and community. Established in 1991, the Frankfort Area News is the official paper of the City of Frankfort, City of Vermilion, and USD 380. They love hearing from their readers. If you have a story, wedding, birth, or something you think local readers would enjoy, or to subscribe, get in touch with the Frankfort Area News, 785-292-4726.
Let Dr. Phil Benz of the Animal Health Center in Washington keep your pets and herds healthy and thriving. They offer services such as vaccination, surgery, grooming, and boarding. The doctors also understand your herd is your livelihood. Call them for a herd health consultation to assist with nutrition and pasture management, vaccination and deworming protocols, reproductive strategies, and more. And don't forget your hard-working horses. The Animal Health Center has specific services for them as well. Animal Health Services in Washington, open Monday through Saturday. Call for an appointment today.
Welcome back into our KNDY pregame coaches conversation as we chat now with Washington County girls head basketball coach Scott Romiser. Coach, your team is coming off a tough loss Friday night at Donovan West, 52-47. You played a tough game in that one, had some opportunities to pull out the win, but what do you take away from that game and hopefully learn from in order to make a run here at Substate?
Well, I think definitely the consistency on ball handling and keeping control of the ball in certain situations where we're getting shots instead of turning the ball over and not getting shots. And so, there were times against D-West, we had to lead, kind of start the game. And, of course, D-West got us to turn it over a little bit. We didn't make some shots, and they kind of got the lead back, and then we would make a little run, and they'd make a little run. And then towards the end of the game, about midway through the fourth quarter, we'd been down 6, 8 points, and we got it back to 2-4 with the ball, and would have a turnover, and then they'd stretch it out to 4 or 6, and so those type of things we've got to, we got to think during the game, and try to control ourselves and find a good shot and give us a chance to either inch closer to tie or to take the lead in those situations.
And speak a little bit on that, too. I'm looking here at your schedule, and, some of these losses you had, I'm thinking the overtime game versus Lynn, a 4-point game versus Axtell, I had Clifton Clyde on the ropes. How important is it at this point when you start Substate to focus on those, little things, like you said, turnovers, where good passes need to be and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, we've been in a bunch of those games, and it doesn't seem like we've improved a whole heck of a lot in that area throughout the season. So maybe that comes back on me that I haven't done the right thing with the girls. But, we've been competitive, and it seems like we kind of dig ourselves a hole. We'll crawl back out of that hole, and then, we kind of relax. We don't really focus up and finish it through. And so, we've been talking about it in practice here recent. It has been a focal point, and we just got to keep believing that, at some point in time, it's going to come together and it's going to work.
And then as you do look at Frankfort, we were talking a little bit beforehand, this will be the third time you guys have faced off. Obviously, Brian is a well-respected coach in the league. What are the Wildcats going to bring that you need to be prepared for, and how does your team get the win?
Well, they will space the floor offensively very well. The last time we played them, we won by 1 point, but they were extremely hot from the perimeter and made a lot of three-pointers against us, and we did not close out well. And, so that is something we're going to have to do. But then the first time we played a little better out on the perimeter, but then that opened up the inside to one of their girls, and boy, she really torched us up pretty good. So, we're going to have to be solid both inside and out, and then offensively, they're going to force us to shoot the ball, and, we're going to have to put it in the basket somewhere, somehow, or at least get to the line and finish from there.
Again, talking with Washington County girls head basketball coach Scott Romiser as his Tigers get ready to face off against the Frankfort Wildcats. Coming up next on KNDY.
You've reached Billy Bob's Propane. Nobody can take your call now, but somebody will get back to you sometime.
Yeah, this is Frank Jones, and I'm switching propane companies. Why? Wanklin Oil has more to offer, and to be honest, better prices. They also gave me options that fit my budget, and in case you don't remember, I called last week because I was nearly out of propane. You never called me back. I'm now out of propane.
Switching propane dealers is no big deal. Call Wanklin Oil at 1-800-794-2019. Wanklin Oil, we've had the energy since 1926.
At United Bank & Trust, we get it. Bank hours don't always fit into your schedule. With the United Bank & Trust mobile banking app, you can bank anytime, anywhere. At home, at work, or anywhere in between. You can perform convenient and secure transactions like mobile check deposit, transfer money between accounts, or see your balance instantly. Find it by searching for United Bank & Trust mobile app in your app store. Mobile banking with United Bank & Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back into Washington County High School. We're about 3 minutes away from game time here between the Tigers and the Wildcats. Again, a Twin Valley League matchup here in first-round action of the Class 1A Division I Girls Sub-State round. Looking at this bracket, which is the Centralia bracket, is a loaded Twin Valley League One. At the top side, top seed Centralia, 18-0 on the season, along with 8-seeded Onega, who is 7-10. 4-seeded Clifton Clyde is up big at halftime over Bishop Seabury, so looking like a move on there for the Eagles. And, of course, the winner of this contest will move on to face those Clifton Clyde Eagles Saturday at 7 p.m. On the other bracket, Blue Valley Randolph rounds out this Class 1A Division I. Elsewhere around the state in some girls action over in the Tuskegee region, the Hanover girls claim the top seed with a 16-2 record. Hanover girls are the 5th seed in that Tuskegee region. They are 10-9. They are also up big on 12th seed in Natoma at half. Meanwhile, the Lynn girls clinched the 2 seed and the first round bye on the bottom side of the bracket. They will take on either Victoria or Logan Palco Saturday at 7 p.m. Other Twin Valley League teams that'll get in action, Valley Heights girls in Class 2A. That is a host there for the Mustangs. 6-seeded Mustangs will take on 11-seed Jeff County North on Friday. That game live on KNDY FM 95.5 on the top side of that bracket. Donovan West is the 4 seed. They take on 3rd-seeded Pleasant Ridge Friday evening. Boys action continues tomorrow, too, as well. We will be down at the home of the Wildcats as Class 1A Division I action takes over. In the boys, it'll be Frankfort versus Onega at 7 p.m. Also in that bracket, Blue Valley, the 9 seed, Centralia, the 8 seed, Clifton Clyde, the 3 seed, and Washington County boys will be on the road tomorrow at Rule Vista, 7 p.m. start time for that contest. Other action around the state, Valley Heights in Class 2A, they're the 15 seed. Donovan West is the 12 seed. And in the Class 1A Division II, a state favorite in Axtell earned the first round bye as the 2 seed. 7 seed in Lynn will take on Lost Springs tomorrow evening, while 4 seeded Hanover earned the bye and will play Monday. It's a luau, it's a party, it's a beach party, whatever you want to say. Great turnout here from the Washington County faithful. We got the Hawaiian shirts on. We've even got a little lei put around the neck over here, the broadcaster, too, and one of the best gymnasiums that I think in the entire Twin Valley League. We're going to get this contest started here as first round of sub-state action gets going. You heard both the coaches there a little bit ago talk about the game. We'll get into that here after the national anthem. We'll take our first time out here, get you ready for game time, starting lineups, and game action coming your way next on KNDY.
F&A Construction will build it right. Call today for a quick quote if you're building, remodeling, or adding on. Enjoy your home more and increase its value with F&A Construction. They'll tackle your every project to make sure it's done right. For complete construction services, call on F&A Construction today at 292-4692. That's 292-4692.
Owens Originals Floral has creative solutions for all your floral needs. Let Carol and her artistic team design and deliver a floral masterpiece for you. At Owens Originals, they keep a large selection of fresh flowers available, as if they're handpicked just for you. Owens Originals Floral on the Square in downtown Washington, 325-2026 for all of life's celebrations.
Call Parthimer Electric at 268-0553. At Parthimer Electric, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services and are dedicated to providing customer service that is second to none. Parthimer Electric won't leave the job until you're satisfied. Parthimer Electric is available at all hours and offers flexible services for indoor or outdoor jobs. You can visit us on the web at the Parthimer Electric Facebook site or give us a call at 268-0553. Parthimer Electric in Frankfort.
Can an insurance bot ever really understand your needs?
Do you think I'd benefit from bundling my auto and home coverage?
Searching for homes with car dealerships nearby.
Sure, robots listen, but do they understand you? At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we'll help you save money and time by bundling your auto and home insurance. Find an agent at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Call on Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard in Washington today.
For the third time this season, the Tigers and the Wildcats getting ready to tip off. Again, these two teams met the first time, a 62-40 victory in the Twin Valley League tournament. In that game, Washington County hit 22 buckets from inside the paint. They were led by, Washington County, they were led by Jesse Hoover with 18 points, 15 for Addie Gakel, and 13 for Mackenzie Baker. Frankfort was led by Lorelai Loiza with 15 points, but only 4 Wildcats scored in that first meeting. Don't have stat sheets from the second contest, but as like Coach Scott Romizer was mentioning earlier, it's a 1-point contest here versus Frankfort, 48-47. In that contest, Frankfort was fought from the outside, and they'll need that here again today if they want to end this 14-game losing streak. Starters now starting out for the Frankfort Wildcats. Familiar starters, of course, Ashley Dollinghouse out for the season, a main contributor expected to go in, but maybe Frankfort the healthiest they've been now all year long. Wildcats will start around the horn. Miley Howd, a 5'7" sophomore, Holland Shirley, a 5'5" junior, and Tessa Parthimer, a 5'8" sophomore. Down low, it'll be Breeley Everett, a 5'8" senior, and Lorelai Loizo, a 5'10" junior. Again, Frankfort under ninth-year head coach Brian Eppert in his coming off a state championship game last year. We'll start Miley Howd, Holland Shirley, Tessa Parthimer, Breeley Everett, and Lorelai Loizo for a young Frankfort team, as Everett is the lone senior on this roster. For the Washington County girls, familiar lineup as we've seen all season. Out top on the two guards, it'll be Mackenzie Baker, the 5'5" senior, and Jesse Hoover, the 5'6" senior. Hoover, one of the best athletes in the Twin Valley League, a 1,000-point scorer in her career. Down low, it'll be the sisters of Anna Gakel and Addie Gakel. Anna, the 5'8" sophomore, Addie, the 5'8" senior. And down low, Maggie Luchmeyer, the 5'11" freshman, and has really come on since the game a couple weeks ago or a month or so ago against the Valley Heights Mustangs. The Washington County girls under 15th-year head coach Scott Romiser will start Mackenzie Baker, Jesse Hoover, Anna Gakel, Addie Gakel, and Maggie Luchmeyer. Washington comes into this contest 10-9 on the season. Frankfort is 4-16. Again, Washington County, of their 9 losses this year, if you take away the 2 games versus the top teams in TVL, which is Hanover and Centralia, their average margin of loss has only been 6.2 points. As Washington County started this season off 4-0, then ran into a tough gauntlet, a 5-0 stretch before tournament time, make it a 6-0 stretch, but since then have rattled off 6 wins in 9 attempts. Frankfort, on the other end again, their last win came back on December 20th. We'll look to change their luck here in first round. These two teams met last year in the sub-state round. It was the Frankfort Wildcats winning 61-32. Frankfort in their road reds, Washington County in their home whites. In the jump circle, it'll be Luchmeyer, it'll be Loizo, and first tip is won by the Wildcats, and off we go. Tess Parthimer across half court brings it over in Frankfort in their road red uniforms. White numbers on the front and back, like Frankfort across the chest with Frankfort down the side of the shorts. Washington will be in their home white with kind of the checkered pattern, not really checkered pattern, stripe pattern on the pants, the black and red, black tigers on the chest with black numbers front and back. Good activity. First defensive possession by Mackenzie Baker. Wildcats will look for some good defense here. There's a 3-ball right off by Tessa Parthimer. That's off the rim. Off and running, though, goes Washington. Hoover leads it for Baker, and she cans the first bucket of the night. Mackenzie Baker, the 5'5" senior, again, the first time these two teams played, had 13 points on 5 makes. Pressure by the Wildcats, again, full court pressure here, from the Tigers. Frankfort will break it. Luchmeyer taps that one away in a turnover. Frankfort, here comes Jesse Hoover looking to get into the paint. A lot of contact, and the body will come from outside here. A good set of refereeing crews here from the TVL will get us going as that first foul will go on Breeley Everett, her first personal foul. And neither team too terribly deep in what they do as Luchmeyer walks in, and a foul will be committed on Tessa Parthimer so quickly. The Wildcats now with 2 of their main important pieces, not really in foul trouble yet, but with 1 foul apiece on Tessa Parthimer and Breeley Everett at the line. It'll be Anna Gakel, her first opportunities from the stripe and first free throw attempts for either team here this evening. First one will be off to the left, second one upcoming for the sophomore post. Good crowd here from the Frankfort boys. Again, we'll have their contest tomorrow right here on FM 95.5 as they take on the Onega Buffaloes for the second time this season. Frankfort made it all the way to a championship game last year. The boys, unfortunately, fell to Clifton Clyde. The head coach, Adam Schreiner, has his boys looking good here this season. 3-ball is off from Holland Shirley, and good board inside early on from these Tigers. Stiff defense from Washington County. 3-ball, Luchmeyer can from the corner. A smile there from Maggie Luchmeyer, the 5'11" freshman. Again, saw her for the first time a couple months ago down at Valley Heights. Now here's a bad pass from Ebert, taken away by Luchmeyer on the backside of that pressure. Jesse Hoover, a three. No, tried to bank it in, but Maggie, offensive board inside. It's going to be ripped away, though, by Miley Howe. Early first quarter action, 6:30 left to play. 6-0 is our score. It's in Washington County, forcing 2 turnovers, now 3, as Jesse Hoover gets in the passing lane at the other end, up and down. No, but offensive board, Mackenzie Baker, and then Hack with foul shots coming for Baker. Washington County defense is out and running here tonight. This Tiger team allows 45 points per game. And mentioned it a little bit earlier, they did held Donovan West to 52 the other evening as Mackenzie misses her first foul shot. Washington scoring at a clip of 42 per game. Frankfort girls, again, tough scoring here this season, only 37 points per game while allowing just under 48. Foul trouble, 2 now. We mentioned it earlier. Tessa Parthimer picks up her second as Baker drops down the back half of 2. Now a turnover as Howe turned it over. Hoover gets a shot at the bucket, misses that one from Jesse, and Miley will control for the Wildcats. A lot of contact in the backcourt still, and now Wildcats might have numbers. Parthimer with a 2-3-on-2, takes it into the middle of the lane, flips it up and down for 2. Tessa Parthimer, her first bucket. Of course, this is a short bench for Brian Eppert and his Wildcats team. So Tessa, I'm sure, play the rest of this half. A long 3, a quick 3, too, will be shot up by Anna Gakel, ripped out of there by Parthimer again. 3-ball Breeley Eppert straight on. That's a high archer. No, Luchon with the touch. It's going to be off of the Wildcats. Back over to Washington County. Again, Max Blasky with you here this evening. Start of our first broadcast of 4 to start off this week. Mentioned a little earlier, we will be down in Frankfort tomorrow as the boys take on Onega. Then on Friday, Valley Heights girls will be in action. And Saturday, most looking like the Axel girls in line 2 as well. Second shot from Anna Gakel will be a miss. Washington County, or Frankfort, will control and off and running. Skip past Miley Howe, left baseline drive and blocked by Addie Gakel. And it'll stay here with Frankfort. Again, good showing here from this Wildcat faithful. Good turnout from the student section. Again, Washington County boys will be on the road tomorrow at Rural Vista. That game at 7 p.m. Head coach Ryan Huckett has his team cheering here early on. Pass will be tipped around, but it'll stay with Frankfort. Flat 4 across here as Eppert tops it in. Elizo takes this around the horn to the right corner. Haug up top, kicks it left side. Parthimer fakes on the 3, gets inside the lane, jump stop, skips out. All in Shirley now out to the wing. 7-2 here, early first quarter score. It's been all Washington early on. And these two teams that met up last year in Sub-State 2 as well. Of course, Frankfort went on to win the state title, and it was a big win for the Wildcats when they took on Washington County. 61-23 was that contest in Washington County girls last year. Only 9 wins. As Parthimer gets a shot inside, it'll roll off the rim, no good. Tigers control, off and running is Jesse Hoover. Again, 1,000-point scorer, leader of this team. It's dead silent now here at Washington County High School. 3-ball, Hoover bangs it home. Washington County up 10-2 here early on. Their defense has been stymied as there will be a push foul as Mackenzie Baker took a shot over on the far side in Washington County. And a 1-2-1-1 pressure this entire night. Foul will go on Baker. Of course, you can tune in here to KNDY. I've been hearing from Mackenzie Baker and other area FFA chapter members all last 2 weeks here as it is National FFA Month. Tune in to KNDY to hear from comments from Washington County, Valley Heights, and Marysville FFA members. Mackenzie Baker, one of those from the Washington County Tigers. Frankfort does get it across half court, but out of bounds off of Maggie Luchmeyer. Will stay here with the Wildcats. Little floater up top. Tessa Parthimer, 3 from behind the arc. Tried to bank it in. No good. Hoover pulls down the board. So far here early on, Tessa with 4 shots. The only other one to put up a shot, Olin Shirley. Now here's a 3 from Maggie Luchmeyer, and Ryan Eppert wants a timeout. A quick 30-second call is called from the Wildcats. We'll take it with them. It is 13-2 here early on in this first-round contest between Washington and Frankfort.
Trailers for You would like to remind you to give them a call to book your Hogemeyer and Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed. The yield advantages are in the data for corn and soybeans. This is Jane Studer with Trailers for You, located at the corner of Highway 9 and 99 in Frankfort. If you're wanting to upgrade to a Merit stock trailer or a travel-long dump or flatbed trailer, give us a call at 785-292-4166. They're also booking your net wrap for next year. Call Trailers for You at 785-292-4166. Go Cats!
Washington County shooting hot here from home, 13-2 in this first quarter action. Already 3 triples put in by the Tigers, 2 to Maggie Luchmeyer. The first time these two teams played, it was a big win for Washington County, 63-40, but difference in the scorebook as Washington County only hit 3 triples in that first contest. Here's a turnover, though, by Frankfort, unofficially their 4th here in the quarter. Baker, right corner, kicks it in. Gakel. Baker, a long 2 off the front of the rim, no good, but offensive board inside, taken by Hannah Gakel. It's going to be off her hands. Frankfort now off and running to the cup. Tessa Parthimer drops it in for 2, and it's been all Parthimer here for the Wildcats, all 4 going to Tessa. 3 minutes left to play, first quarter action. Frankfort in their 2-3 zone here defensively. Skip pass right corner, Hoover. Long 3, long off the bounce, and then a foul inside will be called. I believe that will go on. Who did that go on? 12, Jory Bentz, her first action here tonight for the Washington County girls. Bentz, the 5'9" junior. Up down, I believe it's Maggie Luchmeyer. Steal from Hoover, shot inside, will be missed from Jesse. But off and running now go the Wildcats. Inside, Parthimer, miscommunication as Holland Shirley went up top. Miley Howard sunk to the corner, and an overthrow right into the out-of-bounds stage here from Washington County is the 6th turnover for Frankfort here this evening. 13-4, it's the early first quarter score. 2:38 left to play. Hoover walks into a 3, misses that one hard off the back of the iron. Bodies go flying, going for the board. The Parthimer will control. Substitution upcoming for Frankfort. Up the next set ball. Do we have it here? It goes out of bounds. And I believe it will be a turnover for Frankfort as Breeley Everett going to handle that one. Alice Hyman will be the first one to check in for the Frankfort Wildcats. I'm in the 5'7" sophomore, first off the bench, head coach Brian Eppert and his squad. Pass too high for Jesse Hoover will be a turnover Wildcats. Again, it's been a tough year for Frankfort. They're 4-16. Their last win came back on December 20th versus Onega. Talking with head coach Brian Eppert, too, all season. You take the highs of last year and the lows of this year. Of course, Frankfort coming off their first ever girls state championship last season. The Lady Wildcats went 22-3 this season. Again, just injuries, sickness, and some inexperience. Last year was a senior-led team. Hurt the Wildcats. A 3-ball rattles home for Breeley Eppert. That went at every part of the rim, but finally found the bottom of the net. And Frankfort cuts this lead in half. Second one off the bench, too, for Washington. And that timeout is number 5, Jaden Laughlin. Shot inside by Addie Gakel will be a miss on her first attempt. Ever back the other way. Skip pass left corner, Miley Howe. In solid pressure here in this 2-1-2 defense from Washington County. Coming up on 1:26 left in the first quarter. At halftime, we'll take a look at scores elsewhere around the league as Clifton Clyde is in action along with Axel. A lot of contact down low. No foul will be called, and a turnover will be assessed to Frankfort. Now, as Hyman got 2 caught up down along the baseline, she'll take a quick seat to the bench as Lorelai Loizo will check back in for the Wildcats. Final 1:15 of this first quarter. Shirley Parthimer, Loizo, Howe, and Eppert out there for the Wildcats. Here's a steal by Eppert, as it's both Anna and Addie along with Luchmeyer. Now Laughlin and Hoover out front. Turnover on the skip pass as Eppert stepped into that one. Now a foul will be called on Addie Gakel, the senior, already with 3 personal fouls here early on in this one. Now, it should just be one. Yeah, that's correct. One personal foul for Addie. Didn't think we'd call it that often. Skip pass left side, Holland Shirley looking for a score. Frankfort trailing 13-7. Lorelei Loizo, little post-to-post action, misses the shot, but offensive board pulled down by the 5'7", Miley Haug. Inside, a lot of contact again, and a foul will be called on the Tigers. That one will go on Jaden Laughlin, her first personal, fourth team on the Tigers. Everett will inbound, looking at a box set, swings to the left side. Bad pass. Haug takes it off the bench, and coming up with the steal is Jesse Hoover as the Tigers have turned over the Wildcats already unofficially 9 times in this first quarter. Ball will be tipped out of bounds as Luchmeyer tried to get it inside to Gakel. It'll be tipped out of bounds, but stay with Washington County. Mackenzie Baker back into the contest. She will check out, I believe, Jesse Hoover for the final 34 seconds. Mary Zorath, Jeff Bartles over there doing a little bit too much talking with Hoover, but we'll finally get stuff going. Baker sets it in with a straight set on the right block. Inside quickly to Anna Gakel. Now here's Addie top the key. 3-ball taken by Laughlin. That's off. Ball's on the floor. Who's going to pick that one up? A foul, no jump ball will be called, and it'll stay with Washington County. 23 seconds left. Washington County leading 13-7. The activity of the Tigers has been evident here in front of this home crowd. Again, third time these two teams have met up. Washington County looking for 3 wins. Off the Karen Mackenzie Baker from the short right corner. That shot's off. No good. Off and running. Here comes Frankfort. 15 seconds left. Shirley across the timeline. Effort right wing. Hot pass taken by Loizo. Kick out. This is Haug. Shot will be off from Miley Haug on her first attempt. And now Washington County has it with 4. Has it with 3. Across the timeline. Laughlin. A deep heave is going to be short. No good. And that will take us 2-quarter break. Through 1 quarter, it's all Washington County. 13-7. Here with 3 more quarters to earn a first-round win here in the Class 1A Division I Centralia Upstate bracket. We'll take a 60-second timeout when we come back. Second quarter action live on KNDY.
If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. The Dragiston Insurance Company and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff at the Dragiston Agency at 785-325-2263 or stop by one of their 3 offices located in Washington, Clay Center, and Concordia. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and the Dragiston Insurance Agency working together to protect you.
When caring for someone you care for, let Frankfort Community Care Home offer you peace of mind. Rooted in community and activity, your loved ones will live in a home where life is worth living. A care-first approach that's unique to each resident's likes and dislikes, needs and preferences is what sets Frankfort Community Care Home apart. With staff that will go the extra mile to enhance residents' total well-being in a loving environment, Frankfort Community Care Home continues to be a home with a heart.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM at 95.5. It's Washington County girls up on Frankfort first quarter action, 13-7. Maggie Luchmeyer led the way with 6 points. She had 2 triples in that first quarter. It was a balanced attack as Washington County got a 3 from Mackenzie Baker, a 3 from Jesse Hoover, and then 3 points from Mackenzie Baker, 1 point for Anna Gakel. For the Frankfort Wildcats, 4 points from Tessa Barthomer, 3 from Freely Effort. Turnover Washington County, and that was the story in the first quarter. Unofficially, Frankfort was forced into 9 turnovers. Here they are. They get a good shot now. Offensive rebound as Freely Effort will go to the line for the Wildcats. First free throws here tonight. Good composure in the left corner from Holland Shirley. She's 0 for 3, but put that ball up on the rim and let Effort go get it. First personal foul will go on Anna Gakel. It is dead silent here in this gymnasium. Don't often see that for the away team, but no one's saying a word as Breeley Effort at the line. This is her first one of the evening. Second one coming for the lone senior on this squad. That's off the back of the rim. No good. Good fight inside. And a lane violation will be called. Maggie Luchmeyer a little bit quick here on this near side. Now Effort will get another opportunity for the Wildcats. And really the lone senior here on this team, a lot of these players and will be back for Brian Eppert's squad next season. Brealey makes good on the retake. Drops that one down for the good free throw. 13-8 now is the score. 24 left to play. Second quarter action. Again, coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at national news and the weather to go along with scores from elsewhere around the state as it is sub-state week here in Kansas. Jesse Hoover misses a little runner inside. Hoover now 1 for 6 from the floor. Inside Lorelei Loizo pass will be tipped, and it'll stay, though, with Frankfort. Wildcats have done a good job to get the ball inside. Of course, Lorelei Loizo, a big part of that, the big 5'10 junior, looking to be more of an emphasis offensively. Tessa Parthamer drains the triple. A hand in her face from the left wing. 7 points now for Tessa. She missed some time, had a chance to see her a couple weeks ago at Onegan, really stood out. Here she is, almost gets the steal against Hoover, but Tigers will control. Good whip around and a foul inside. Lorelei Loizo got herself a piece of Addie Gakel. Now Addie will go to the line for 2 free throws. Washington's 5th and 6th attempt here tonight. Lorelei, her first personal foul. Again, the first time these two teams met up, Washington County was 10 for 20 from the free throw line. Well, Frankfort was only 2 for 8. First one from Gakel will be a miss. A substitution off the bench will be Jory Bench. She saw time in that first quarter. She'll check out Maggie Luchmeyer. Maggie leading scorer so far here tonight with 6 points on 2 triples. Second one is a miss. Ball's going to be tipped about, and it's going to be off the hands of Frankfort off the missed free throw and stay with Washington County. You get a good crowd here. Washington County High School, look forward to always coming over here. It is a beach theme, I think, was the theme that A.D. Bobby Smith just walked by wearing his Hawaiian shirt. Announcer got himself a purple lei on. It's all good vibes here for the Tigers, and all good vibes on the floor. Jesse Hoover misses the 3, but Mackenzie Baker is there with the offensive board and putback. Now here's a steal forced by Washington County. Hoover off and running. Inside feeds Addie Gakel, left block up and down. That's actually Anna Gakel, her first bucket here tonight. 3 points now for the sophomore post as it is back up to a 6-point advantage for Washington County. Frankfort breaks the press. Right wing, Miley Howe kicks the top side now with Parthamer. Hot shot will be controlled by Tessa against this 2-3 zone of Washington County. In first round action here, winner will go on to face Clifton Clyde as they are up big on Bishop Seabury early in that contest. 3-ball Everett left wing. No, that one Mackenzie Baker pulls down the board. Off and running, here go the Tigers. Get past Mackenzie Baker left wing from about 15 feet out. No offensive board, pull down Addie Gakel, but it's going to be poked away and go back over to the Frankfort Wildcats. Miley Howe, top side, swings it as we work right to left here. 3-ball Holland Shirley left wing, no, but offensive board, Miley Howe stuck underneath the basket, kicks it out. Shirley again, that one's off the rim, no good. Third opportunity, it's going to be called for a jump ball. Frankfort looking a lot more aggressive, just letting the ball shoot here in this one. Frankfort was 3 for 9 from the floor in the first quarter, while Washington County was 4 for 15. 17-11 is our score. 5:10 left to play. Second quarter action. Again at halftime, we'll take a look at national news and the weather, as well as sub-state pairings for other Twin Valley League teams, and a look at action elsewhere in the state. Jesse Hoover gets into the action here. Kind of a quiet first half so far offensively. She's been a menace as always defensively. Washington County in this 1-2-1-1 defensive pressure. Parthamer breaks it. Middle of the lane, free throw lane shot up and down for Tessa Parthamer. Right spot here for the Wildcats as she now has 9 points to lead all scores for Frankfort. Get past left side. Jesse Hoover steps into a left corner. 3, bangs it home for Jesse Hoover. Quick 5-0 scoring run for her, and it's back up to a decent lead, 22-13. Parthamer breaks the pressure, kicks it out. Miley Howe, 3 right corner. No, not that one. Long rebound's going to be fought for, taken by Brealey Eppert. Good save there by the senior. Right side, Howe will drive baseline, kicks it out. Parthamer deep out front. 4 out, 1 in around Loizo. Loizo shot up almost down and out. No good, though, for Lorelei. Again, first time these two teams met up, Lorelei led the way with 15 points. Here's another skip pass, Hoover, 3, right wing. No, that one's off the backboard, and that's it. Offensive board, though, inside, pulled down by Anna Gakel. Second shot won't go down for Washington County, and now back over the other way to the Wildcats it'll go. Substitution here is Maggie Luchmeyer will check in along with Jaden Laughlin here in the second quarter. So Laughlin, Luchmeyer will check out Jory Vince and Anna Gakel. Now for the Tigers, it's Baker, Hoover, Addie Gakel, Luchmeyer, and Laughlin. As for Frankfort, Loizo, Parthimer, Howe, Ebert, and Shirley. Right wing, Parthimer drives baseline, a lot of contact. We're going to get a foul call as there's not a good response here from the Washington County squad. Head coach Scott Romeiser not too happy with that one either, though, as picking up her second personal foul will be Addie Gakel. Parthimer drives inside, kicks it out. Holland Shirley, a 3. That one's off the rim, no good. Being fought for again in the second quarter, and back over to Washington it goes. Frankfort, though, looking a lot more confident, just letting this ball fly here in the second quarter. Holland Shirley now 0 for 5 in the quarter, but you got to let him go. Now here's a bad pass on the near side. Jaden Laughlin's going to pick it up off her shoelace, the second turnover for Washington. 22-13 is our score. Second quarter action, 3:12 left to play. Basketball coverage continues tonight as KU Jayhawks will be back in action. What I read, for the first time in 80-some weeks, KU basketball is not ranked inside the top 25. It's been a tough year for the Jayhawk fan, but March Madness quickly upon us as the Jayhawks will take on the Colorado Buffaloes tonight on FM 95.5 at 9:30 pregame. There was a block, but a lot of contact down low, said the topside referee as Tessa Parthimer got to her spot at the free throw line. Parthimer, only a sophomore, played good minutes last year as a freshman on that state championship team. Of course, has dealt with some injury and sickness this year, just hasn't really found a rhythm, but a bright spot for Brian Eppert's team going into next season. She's leading scorer so far here tonight with 9 points. Can't drop down the first free throw as Jessie Hoover picks up her first personal. Second one, though, nothing but net there from Tessa. Frankfort now 2 for 4 from the line in this contest. A lot of contact out top off of Washington County. Back over to Frankfort it goes. Final 2:50 here of the quarter, 22-14. This game was 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. Frankfort cut it down, to, if memory serves me correct, about a 5 or 6 point contest. Washington County went on a little run. And let me say Jessie Hoover went on a little 5-0 scoring run to put him back up big here in this first contest. And it's win or go home as postseason action is upon us here in the state of Kansas. Good little step through from Parthimer. That one barely hit the net as Tessa Parthimer now with 8 points here in this quarter. 12 to lead all scores as she's getting to her spot here now in the second. Inside, Lorelei Loizo steps in front of the pass, takes this one away for the Wildcats. Parthimer working right to left, fakes on a deep three, kicks it really Everett a 3. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Lorelei, though, offensive board being fought for with Maggie Luchmeyer, and this jump ball will stay with Frankfort. Again, Max Blasky with you here this evening as we're getting subset action started on KNDY FM 95.5. Also online at KNDYradio.com. We're always in that free KNDY mobile app. If you haven't downloaded that, take us with you wherever you go for your local area coverage. 3 ball by Holland Shirley is a miss. Can't get that one from the right wing. She's now 0 for 5 from behind the mark in this quarter. Inside, a lot of contact, and a foul will be called on Breeley Everett. Her father and Coach Brian looks at her, puts up the 2 fingers. That's her second foul, so she's going to have to play smart here. The final 1:46. Again, this is a short bench for the Wildcats. Winner going on opportunity. Alice Hyman, only one here off the bench for Brian Eppert's squad. At the line is Addie Gakel. She knocks down that first personal foul. Second one upcoming for the senior. Drops that one down. She goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Addie, along with Jesse Hoover, Mackenzie Baker, big parts of this senior class in Washington County. Last year fell to Frankfort in sub-state action, champion their second-round action 61-23. Washington County, their first 10-win season since the 2021-22 season. As for Frankfort, they're looking for their biggest win of the year. This is, I hate to say the word worse, but statistically, this is the worst year for Frankfort since 2014-15 when the Wildcats only won 3 games. Frankfort looking for their 5th win now this season. Tough pass will be thrown out of bounds off of Frankfort. Turnover Wildcats. Final 122 coming up here. 24-16 is our score. Washington County has led from the get-go. Frankfort again looking for their first win since December 20th. Making it a big one here. Trying to. Shot will be off from Hoover, but then off the hands of Everett as she couldn't control that hot shot off of the rim. Inbound pass taken by Anna Gakel. Free throw line shot is missed. Addie offensive board, though, up and down for 2 for Addie Gakel. Her first bucket in 2 attempts. It is now a 10-point advantage for Washington County. Final 50 seconds left of this quarter. We'll recap first half and get ready for second half action as Hoover picks the pocket of Everett. Misses the layup. Don't see that one very often there. From Jesse Hoover at the other end, 3-ball Parthimer. No, that's off the rim. No dice. Maggie Lutzmeyer, a big defensive board. She rips that one away from Miley Howes, and Howes will pick up a personal foul 90 feet away from the bucket. Good strong take for Lutzmeyer to pull down that board. Substitution here late for the Wildcats. In will come Alice Hyman. Out will go Lorelei Loizo. Last chance romance here for Washington County, leading 26-16. 30 seconds left. No, Mackenzie Baker fires up an early shot clock 3. It'll be missed badly, being fought around down low, and back over to Frankfort it goes. Kind of surprised to see Baker take that shot that early in the clock, as it'll go back now over to Frankfort. Ruby Red Dance Team getting ready here from Washington County High School to entertain us at halftime of this contest. Last one here for Frankfurt. Skip pass almost tipped away by Hoover, but it'll be saved by Washington County. Now inside, the pass will go off of Alice Hyman. Washington County with the last chance. 10 seconds on the clock. Down low, right block. Annie Gakel kicks it out. Now a walk will be called on Gakel as Happy Feet got in the way there with 5.5 seconds left in this first half. 10-point advantage for Washington County. They've led this entire way. Again, we'll take a quick timeout just as soon as we head halftime. They get ready for second half action. Turnover, Frankfort has been the story. Their 5th of the quarter. A deep heave is off from Jesse Hoover as we go into halftime. Washington County leading 26-16. We'll be back after this 2-minute break.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community, FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
If your four-legged friend is in need of quality care, call on the compassionate team at the Animal Clinic in Frankfort. Their experienced team of veterinarians are dedicated to the health of your pets or herd. From routine checkups to state-of-the-art medical procedures, call the office at 785-292-4628 or schedule an appointment online at animalclinicpa.com. Treating with compassion and dedication, count on the Animal Clinic in Frankfort, where your pet's health is their top priority.
For the best of care close to home, visit the Washington County Hospital and Family Medicine of Washington County. Their team of professionals work together to provide every member of your family in every stage of life with medical care. From routine checkups to diagnostic services, visiting outpatient specialists, obstetrics, major and minor surgical procedures, and an emergency room that is always staffed by physicians, you'll find the best of care right here in Washington County. Call 785-325-2211 for your appointment today.
Flint Hills Mechanical is a call away for your plumbing work, heating, and air conditioning. Backed up or won't drain? Call Flint Hills Mechanical. New and existing plumbing work, plus heating and air conditioning, as well as custom sheet metal service. Call on Flint Hills Mechanical. Find them on Facebook or give them a shout at 785-313-0103. Flint Hills Mechanical, Frankfort. When you're buying tires, go with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Locally owned, M&M Tire offers minor service work. They offer major brands of tires. They offer service after the sale. And that's what you can rely on with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Call them at 325-2207 for an appointment today. For your tire needs, call them M&M Tire in Washington.
Max Blasky back with you here from Washington County High School. At halftime, it's a 10-point lead for the Tigers, 26-16 over Frankfort. This was a 13-7 game at the end of the first quarter. Washington County outscores Frankfort 13-9 in that second quarter to again to hold on to this 10-point advantage at halftime. Leading scorer in this contest is on the side of Frankfort. It's Tessa Parthimer with 12 points. She had 8 in the second quarter, 4 points from Breeley Eppert. If you can do the quick math, that makes 16. Only 2 players to score for the Wildcats there in Parthimer and Eppert. Frankfort went 3 for 13 in that second quarter, 6 for 12 shooting in the first half, as they're only shooting 27%. Again, for Frankfort, though, if you're just joining us, it's the turnovers that have caused them problems. 14 unofficially in that first half, as Frankfort got down big 13-7 at that first quarter, thanks in part to 9 turnovers. Frankfort from the line is 2 for 4. Both of those are 1 free throw make for Tessa Parthimer and 1 for Breeley Eppert. For the Washington County girls, it is Jessie Hoover leading the way with 8.6 for Maggie Luchmeyer. She had all 6 of those in the first quarter. 4 for Addie Gakel, 5 from Mackenzie Baker, and 3 from Anna Gakel. Washington County goes 4 for 8 from the free throw line. They shoot it at a clip of 9 for 29. That's good enough for 31% in that first half. So low shooting both ways, kind of turnover prone in that second quarter especially. But again, Washington County holding on to the 10-point lead, 26-16 at the end of the first half. We'll take a timeout for national news and weather, as well as look at sub-state brackets for area teams. Again, you're listening to high school basketball here on KNDY.
If you missed your favorite team's broadcast,
far side Merck, splitting defenders, underhanded layup miss, foul whistle and a foul shot by Mia Vermetten.
or want to relive the excitement, click the Sports Podcast tab at kndyradio.com to listen back anytime.
Inside Brunsman misses, leads to a run-out. Daniel Kramer all alone. Blocked by Brandon Snelsley. At the other end, Colin Shaughnessy 3. He cans it!
From the first practice to the last hoist of a trophy, all season long, KNDY has been there for over 50 years.
Burrows out front. Hardwick looks in the lane. Comes to the corner. Ebbert. Far side to Ashlyn Dollinghouse in the paint. Kicks it low to Sydney Watt. Shot up and good for Sydney Watt's third field goal.
The home for high school sports coverage in Northeast Kansas is KNDY.
Inside clip, left block, up, no good. Offensive rebound, Bruna. Up, down, and one for Drew Bruna.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. On the third anniversary of the war in Ukraine, French President Emmanuel Macron at the White House with President Trump telling him.
He said he believes this war could come to an end in a matter of weeks. He also said that he would make a trip to Moscow when the timing is right. Now, if that happens, that would be absolutely remarkable, as we've seen Trump really stop trying to isolate Putin both diplomatically and economically.
ABC's Selena Wang. Millions of government workers facing a midnight deadline to respond to Elon Musk's government-wide email titled, "What did you do last week?" Employees told to list 5 accomplishments or risk losing their jobs. Multiple agencies, including the FBI, telling workers to pause their responses. Pope Francis remaining in critical condition, but the Vatican says he's shown slight improvement in lab tests and resumed some work. Vivek Ramaswamy, the 2024 GOP presidential candidate, officially announcing that he will be running for governor of the state of Ohio. This is ABC News. A ski patroller who was seriously injured after an avalanche at the Mammoth Mountain Ski Resort in California has died.
Claire Murphy had been in the hospital since she was caught in the avalanche on Valentine's Day. She was one of 2 ski patrollers injured in the avalanche at Mammoth Mountain Ski Resort. They were doing avalanche mitigation work after a storm dumped around 6 feet of snow when it gave way. Another ski patroller was not hurt. The area had been closed to the public because of heavy snow. Alex Stone, EBC News.
The CDC is tracking a new strain of coronavirus found in bats. The new strain discovered by researchers at Wuhan Institute in China. They say it may have the potential to infect humans. The CDC says there currently is no reason to believe that the virus poses a concern to public health. And Grammy-winning singer Roberta Flack has died. Flack announced in 2022 she had ALS and could no longer sing. Her publicist says she died at home surrounded by her family. Roberta Flack was 88. Dave Packer, ABC News.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. Lows level off around 31 tonight under mainly clear skies. Winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. 65 tomorrow. Slight chance of rain tomorrow night. Lows dip down to about 40. Cloudy skies expected. Turning cooler Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the upper 50s. Slight chance for rain Wednesday. I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 59.
Sub-state basketball pairings for 1A teams released. Hanover and Lynn girls are first and second round seed and receive first round byes, advancing to host semifinals Saturday, March 1st. 6th seed Axtell girls host Natoma Monday, February 24th at 7 p.m. On the boys' side, first and second seed Hanover and Axtell receive first-round byes, advancing to host semifinals Monday, March 3rd. 7th seed Lynn boys host Lost Springs Center Tuesday, February 25th, 7 p.m. Semifinal round winners move on to the championship games at Tesket Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. Centralia girls are top seed with a first-round bye, while 5th seed Washington County girls host 12th seed Frankfort first round Monday, February 24th at 7 p.m. On the boys' side, 5 seed Frankfort will host Onega, 8 seed Centralia is home to Blue Valley, and 11th seed Washington County boys host Rural Vista, with games Tuesday, February 25th, 7 p.m. Semifinal round winners move on to the championship games at Centralia Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. 2A Valley Heights and 3A Marysville brackets will be released next week. 2A and 3A sub-state pairings released for Valley Heights and Marysville teams. Valley Heights will host 2A sub-state finals Friday and Saturday, March 7th and 8th. Mustang boys, the number 15 seed, open play at 2nd seed Valley Falls this Thursday evening at 7. Lady Mustangs are the 6th seed and will host number 11 seed Jeff County North this Friday evening at 7. That broadcast live on KNDY FM 95.5. Winners advance to the following Tuesday, Wednesday, with higher seed teams hosting. Marysville girls, 9 and 11, are the 11th seed, tipping off at number 6 seed Haven near Hutchinson. They're 14 and 6, Thursday evening at 7. Marysville boys, 10 and 10, are the number 10 seed, tipping off at 7th seed Anthony Harper Chaparral. They're 11 and 7 on Friday evening at 7. Bulldog girls and boys games live on KNDY AM 1570 FM 94.1 Thursday and Friday nights.
And welcome back to Washington County High School as we get second half action underway. 3-ball already down for Washington County. That's Jesse Huber, who walked out within 6 seconds of the second half starting, drained the three, now in double digits with 11 points is Hoover. The other end, Lorelei Loiza was able to pick up her first bucket on an offensive board. Now here's a pass over the head of Holland Shirley for Frankfort. Turnover, Wildcats. And again, story of that first half, unofficially 14 TOs for Frankfort in that first half. Same starting lineups both ways for Frankfort. It'll be Miley Haug, Holland Shirley, Tessa Bartham on the outside. Greeley Effort will rely Loizo down low. As for Washington County, Jesse Hoover, Mackenzie Baker out front with Addie and Anna Gakel and Mackenzie Luchmeyer in the side. Shot will be off by Anna. Fought for jump ball will go over now to Frankfort. A few scores to pass along for you here. Some games got started at 6 o'clock tonight, so already got some finals for you. Clifton Clyde, a big win over Bishop Seabury, 72-9. Clifton Clyde, it gave up 3 points, I believe, in that first quarter. It's only 6 in the final 3. Very impressive there for the Lady Eagles. They're the 4th seed in this 1A Division I bracket. Winner of this contest will go on to face Clifton Clyde. Elsewhere around the state was the Axel Lady Eagles, another big winner as TVL is showing their dominance here early on. 81-16 over Natoma. Axel picks up that win. So the Eagles move on to face 4-seeded Scandia Pike Valley Saturday at 7 p.m. That game will be on KNDY FM 95.5. And already 2 big wins for the TVL. Unfortunately, here in this one TVL team will have to take a back seat. Frankfort gets a 3 offensively at the other, and Jesse Hoover off the glass, no good. Fought for board. Kinsey Baker looking to save it, but it'll go into the hands of Holland Shirley. 15 points now for Tessa Parthimer. She was the one that drained that 3 over on the right side of the court. As we'll switch sides. Frankfort now working left to right. Austin will go the opposite way. Again, Max Blasky here with you for second half action. Game number 1 of 4 this week, as we will be down at Frankfort tomorrow. Frankfort boys showed out here in their support for their girls team. Frankfort will take on Onega in first-round action of the same sub-state on the boys' side. Later on in the week, we'll be down at Valley Heights on Friday as the Mustangs will get 2A sub-state started when they host Jeff County North. And again, mentioned on Saturday, that matchup with Axel and Pike Valley. 3-ball Parthimer is off offensive board, pulled down by Washington County. Long outlet pass will be taken in by Baker blocked by Lorelei Loizo defensively on Maggie Luchmeyer. Seen some good defense here early on. Second block for either team here this evening. Again, Washington County led 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. They led 26-16 then at halftime. Now up 29-11. Ball's going to be tipped around, taken by Hoover. A lot of contact is coming, and if that go on Tessa Parthimer, that will be her 3rd personal foul. That will go on Parthimer as Jesse Hoover and Mackenzie Baker in there causing havoc on the Wildcats trying to get that ball up court. Hoover at the line. First one is off the rim to the right. First free throw attempts here for Jesse in this contest. Again, leading scorer for Washington County now with 11 in the game. So already a winner in the Clifton-Clyde game. Hoover knocks down the second one. Of course, winner of this one will go on to take on those Eagles. If you look at both of these teams so far, Washington County played Clifton-Clyde close back on February 4th. That was a 45-38 loss down at Clifton-Clyde. As for Frankfort, as they get another crack at the Eagles, the loss for Frankfort close to as well, 49-38 at home versus Clifton-Clyde. Of course, if Frankfort comes away with the win, it'll be at Clifton-Clyde. It'll be at Clifton-Clyde nonetheless, as Clifton-Clyde the 4 seed, Washington County the 5. Foul will be called on Washington County down here on this near side. Jesse Hoover picks up 2 quick ones here in the second half. Now her 3rd personal on the night. 9-point advantage for Frankfort. They've held around this entire game. If they can get a few shots to go down, let's notably here Holland Shirley with the ball. She's 0 for 5 from beyond the arc in that second quarter. If some of those balls had fallen, we might have a different game. Inside pass is tipped away but ends up in the hands of Tessa Parthimer. Now 17 points for Parthimer to lead all scores as she's not one her season to end here tonight. 3-ball will be taken but missed out top by Anna Gakel. Body's on the floor, and Lorelei Loiza comes out there with it. Parthimer running at the other end, looking to go coast to coast, gets it up off the rim, but it falls off. No dice on that one. Quickly the other way, Addie Gakel inside charge. Steps in, taken by Breeley Everett. Foul will go on Addie Gakel. She was just going a little bit too fast on that outlet pass. Her fourth personal now. And substitution quick off the bench will be Jory Bentz, the 5'9 junior. Hasn't been in the scoring column here tonight, but will need to play big minutes here in this second half now with Addie Gakel on the bench with 4 personal fouls. 4:25 left to play here, second half action. Max Lasky along with you here tonight. Basketball action continues as the KU Jayhawks get a crack at the Colorado Buffaloes coming up at 9:30 right here on FM at 95.5. Right now, though, Washington County looking to hold on to this first-round win. Inside-out action, Miley Howes, left wing, inside Lorelei Loiza. A little quick with the shot as Lorelei couldn't get that one to fall. Back now comes the Tigers. Hoover brings it right to left as the Frankfort boys trying to encourage on their team. 3-ball taken by Maggie Luchmeyer. Foul will be called inside. Giving me a chance to get a 30-second break, and we'll take it with them. Washington leading by 7.
To keep your vehicle running good and looking good, all you need is M&R Auto Parts in Frankfort. Motor oil, air filters, spark plugs, batteries, brakes, and more. M&R also has what you need for the outside of the vehicle. Wheel cleaners, glass cleaners, washes, and waxes. That's M&R Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer in Frankfort.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Friendly, personalized service to meet your banking needs, that's a standard at First National Bank Frankfort.
I love my community bank because I received personal service after hours. When I was in a bind at a store, I made a quick phone call and they helped me resolve the problem. They were there for me when I really needed it. At First National Bank, they're not just my banker. They're my neighbor, friend, and an active part of my community.
Let First National Bank's brand of banking be responsive to your needs. First National Bank Frankfort, 93 years of complete banking service, proud to be a community bank, member FDIC.
Almost like head coach Scott Romizer there listening into the broadcast. Scott takes a timeout, full timeout there on the inbound. Jesse Hoover gets inside the lane, shot up, missed, rebound, pulled down by Everett. Off and running is the lone senior on this Wildcats team. Head coach Brian Everett rolling the dice now. Tessa Parthimer back out there for his Wildcats. She has 4 personal fouls, but she is leading scorer in this contest now with 17 points. She had 12 at half. As has been all Tessa Parthimer, Breeley Everett, and a lone bucket for Lorelei Loiza here in the third for a Frankfort offense. Again, that is trailing 30-27. Tip pass long will be taken and controlled by Parthimer. Inside free throw line, shot up, miss, no. Offensive board, Lorelei Loiza kicks it out. Haug now around the horn. Back over to Miley Haug, right corner. Top side, Parthimer. Getting encouraging from here, the Washington County faithful. Lorelei just tries to force a shot up into the contact of Anna Gakel. Shot will be missed. Gakel hounded down beneath the baseline. Somehow gets it out of there. As now Hoover will bring it across the timeline. Good pass to Bentz inside from Baker. Bentz misses, but a second opportunity for Jory Bentz. Drops it down for her first bucket of the night. It's back up to a 9-point advantage for Washington County. Al right corner will get us started here. GBL teams already punched their ticket in the second round action. Clifton Clyde with the big win over Bishop Seabury. Axel, the same thing over Natoma. 3-ball by Miley Haug is missed. Holland Shirley, her first triple. That's a big one there for Shirley. Again, she went 0 for 6 in that first half from behind the 3-point line. Let's see if that bucket will get her going offensively as it cuts back down to a 6-point advantage. 2-3 defense taken away by Shirley. Shirley off and running on the turnover against Baker. Baker blocked it, but offensive board, Tessa Parthimer there to clean it back up for the Wildcats. Good defensive possession there from Mackenzie Baker to chase that ball down as the 5'5 senior guard got the block with an offensive board for Washington County. Here's going to be a pass as Maggie Luchmeyer gets trapped in the corner, throws it right into the hands of the official. Now Washington County looking a little rattled, and head coach Brian Eppert will take himself a full timeout. 32-28 is our score. We'll take a 60-second break. We're back with more high school basketball action on KNDY after this.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Every week, stay informed and connected with the Frankfort community top stories by getting the Frankfort Area News, a small-town newspaper dedicated to their subscribers, advertisers, and community. Established in 1991, the Frankfort Area News is the official paper of the City of Frankfort, City of Vermilion, and USD 380. They love hearing from their readers. If you have a story, wedding, birth, or something you think local readers would enjoy, or to subscribe, get in touch with the Frankfort Area News, 785-292-4726.
What was a 10-point lead for Washington County at halftime has been cut now to 4. Frankfort looking to cut it maybe even deeper. 3-ball Breeley Eppert. That's 20 from the left corner. We've got ourselves a 1-point contest. I said it a little bit in the second quarter. Frankfort has just hung around here in this game. Maybe the healthy they've finally been all season. And Frankfort now trailing by 1. Hoover hounded, knocked away by Parthimer. Off and running as Hoover gets it back. Jesse leading to Luchmeyer. Luchmeyer inside. A lot of steps, no travel. Kicks it out. Anna Gakel as the Tigers will settle down offensively. Gakel left wide open inside, and a foul will be called on Alice Hyman as she came in and got that push foul. Again, the third time these two teams have met. Heard it from both head coaches this week, chatting with them. Heard it in my high school career. It is so hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. Washington trying to do that and extend their season into second-round action next week. Well, again, Frankfort looking for a momentum-building win, maybe going into postseason. They trail by 1. Luchmeyer wide open off the inbound shot. No good. Offensive board, Jesse Hoover. She's up and down with her second bucket here in this third quarter. It's back up to a 3-point contest. Luchmeyer had 2 triples in that first quarter. That was her first shot since that first quarter. Parthimer sidesteps her way in with a little Euro step. Shot off the rim, no good. Baker quickly across the timeline as Washington County works right to left. 40 seconds left here in this third quarter. Pass going to be tipped around. What do we got? A jump ball is called possession arrow. Will stay here on the left side of the court with the Washington County Tigers. 39 seconds left to play here, third quarter action. Winner of this contest faces off against Clifton Clyde on Saturday. Eagles already with a 72-9 win over Bishop Seabury. Axel Eagles, another Twin Valley League team that already punched their ticket with an 81-16 win over Natoma. Here in this one, it was a 26-16 game at halftime. It's now a 3-point contest. Shot inside from Baker will be a miss. Good defensive board inside from Holland Shirley. 5'5 junior guard gets in there amongst the trees and gets the defensive board. And then a jump ball is forced. It'll stay, though, with Frankfort. 3-point contest, 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. 4 out, 1 in around the Wiso. Skip pass right side, Parthimer. Parthimer drives right baseline with 12. Kicks it out. House for 3. No. Kicks it inside the Wiso. Now Parthimer right corner 3. That one's off the rim. No good. Fought for. Taken away by Washington County. Here comes Mackenzie Baker with 1 shot runner. No. And we go into third quarter action. Washington County survives the run, but it's back to a 3-point contest, 34-31. 8 more minutes to claim a spot in second round action. We're back after this word from our sponsor.
Let Dr. Phil Benz of the Animal Health Center in Washington keep your pets and herds healthy and thriving. They offer services such as vaccination, surgery, grooming, and boarding. The doctors also understand your herd is your livelihood. Call them for a herd health consultation to assist with nutrition and pasture management, vaccination and deworming protocols, reproductive strategies, and more. And don't forget your hard-working horses. The Animal Health Center has specific services for them as well. Animal Health Services in Washington, open Monday through Saturday. Call for an appointment today.
Wanklin Oil is proud to serve the community with propane, gas, and diesel fuel right to your home or farm. Family owned and operated, they'll deliver your fuel with an old-fashioned personal touch. Their dependable quality service at the lowest price available makes them a leader in the field. In addition to propane and diesel, they also offer tank repair, sales, and service. For your fuel and heating needs, Wanklin Oil is just a call away. 800-794-2019. They have the energy since 1926.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start of the fourth quarter. It's a steal by Parthmer. Missed. Now at the other end, Mackenzie Baker trying to lead it for Jesse Hoover, and it's going to be stay with the Tigers. Got a good call there here from the near side referee. Washington County got outscored in that third quarter, 15-8. Here's a three ball that's missed. A lot of contact out top will be called, and let's see if this settles down this Washington County team. Again, it was all Tigers in the first half, leading 26-16, and now Anna Gako will step to the line for two free throws here in this fourth quarter of action. Personal foul will go on Tessa Parthimer. That's going to be her fourth personal. Kudos to Tessa, who's played with three most of this second half, if not all of the second half. First free throw, though, is a miss from Anna. Second one upcoming for the sophomore post. Knocks that one down. She'll have one more, as it was a three-point attempt there for Anna. In winner of this contest, we'll move on to face Clifton Clyde on Saturday. Second one, the three, goes down for Anna. 5 points now in the contest. Leading scorer in this game, Tessa Parthimer, with 19 for the Wildcats, not wanting her season to end. In Frankfort, looking for their first win since December 20th and trying to not allow Washington County to get 3 wins on them this season. 4 out, 1 in around the Wiseau. Ever with it right side. Kicks it corner. Miley Howes kicks it over. Turnover as Miley Howes a little bit too happy with those feet down in the right corner. Frankfort's really closed down the turnovers too here in the second half. 14 in the first half, only 3 here in the second. Just past the top of the hour, Max Blasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. We're closing out fourth quarter action here. 5-point lead for Washington County as Jesse Hoover fires the three. No, but offensive board pulled down Addie Gakel, and now a turnover, though, by the Tigers. Off and running, here goes Frankfort. Effort right wing, kicks it left side. Holland Shirley a three. She likes it. Not that one. Board being fought for, and it'll come back the way of the Tigers. Back and forth furious action as Mackenzie Baker at the other end. Get it off short. Maggie Luchmeyer fighting for it. Gets it back. Now shot from Hoover. And foul shots upcoming for Jesse Hoover. That play was really made, though, by, again, inside Maggie Luchmeyer, the 5'11 freshman who pulled down the offensive board. Personal foul will go on Holland Shirley. That's her first. Free throw will be a miss here from Hoover. And Frankfort outscores Washington County 15-8 in that third quarter to cut it to a 3-point deficit. But now it is a quick little 3-0 run for the Tigers coming out here in this final 8 minutes as Hoover knocks down the second of two. Parthimer with it, left wing, gets it off to Shirley. Now skip pass, Eppert, deep three, bang! Lily Eppert, her third triple here tonight in just 5 attempts. Now double digits for the lone senior on this Frankfort team. Inside pass, it'll be tipped, poked away. Parthimer off and running on the floor at half court. Rolling over, and a travel will be called, as I believe that was Anna Gankle who will get called for it. Tessa Parthimer took a lick, though. They're right at half court. All no harm, no foul. Just a little wrestling move there at half court. So it was a turnover there for Washington County. Good applause there from Parthimer as she will check out, just get a breather, make sure she is all right. Checking into the contest will be Alice Hyman. And only 6 have played here for Frankfort, only 7 for Washington County. It's been all starters, but for a bucket for Washington County in terms of scoring for either team here in this one. Final 5:48 left to play. 37-34 is our score. And now a pass will be taken away and a lot of contact. Foul called on Frankfort. Do you then get this one on? It'll go on Alice Hyman, her second personal foul. 37-34. I think, though, they changed the score on the scores column. No, they got it right. Knapp is just not off. First postseason game of the year. We're getting back into the rhythm of things. Had last week off. Got to get back used to it. 3-point game here. Washington County leading 37-34. 5:20 left to play. Fourth quarter action. Winner moves on to second round of sub-state in this Class 1A Division I. Centralia sub-state is going to be fought for and taken away by Parthimer. Now Parthimer will dribble it off of Gakel, and it'll stay with the Wildcats. So now Frankfort turning up the pressure here in this second half, looking to tie this contest up for the first time here this evening. It's been all Washington County. 13-7 was our first quarter lead. It was a 10-point lead for the Tigers at halftime. But Frankfort, again, outscores Washington County 15-8 in the third quarter. The pull now to within 3 here in the fourth. Get past Miley Haug, up and down for 2 for Miley. Her second bucket here tonight. 5 points now for the sophomore guard. It's back to a 1-point advantage for Frankfort. Skip past Mackenzie Baker. Now top side, Jesse Hoover with it. Looking to direct traffic against this 2-3 zone of Frankfort. A lot of tired bodies out there as Addie Gakel misses the shot inside. Gakel quiet here in the second half. That's her first shot since a make midway through the second quarter. Frankfort can take their first lead of the game, but Miley House airmails that sucker over right into the hands of Brian Efford as he is just baffled by that pass. Head coach Scott Romiser, no, will not take a timeout. Thought we were going to get one far side. We'll get back and playing. 1-point advantage for Washington County, 37-36. Jesse Hoover walks into a 3 off the rim. No good. Mackenzie Baker, an offensive board. She's been everywhere there tonight on that board. Not wanting her season to end as one of the main seniors for this Washington County Tigers team. Right corner, Hoover, another 3. No, off the rim, no good. Harold at defensive board. Jesse Hoover, kind of a quiet 15 points so far here in this one. Has put up a lot of shots. Going to get that one to fall. Skip past Holland Shirley, top side. Tessa Parthimer, a deep 3, halfway down, out, no good. Board pulled down by Maggie Luchmeyer and the Wildcat and the Tigers. Quickly back, here comes Washington County. Top side, Hoover with it. Still 1-point advantage, 3:33 left to play. Luchmeyer 3. Off the rim, no good, but offensive board taken by Jesse Hoover. Hoover works her way inside, up and down for 2 from Jesse Hoover. 17 points now for the 1,000-point score in her career, and it's a 3-point lead for Washington County. Tessa Parthimer with it, top side, swings it quickly, left wing. Holland Shirley, 4-out offense now around Lorelei Loizo. Left block inside. And a timeout will be called by Brian Efford. We'll take it with them. 3-point game, 3 minutes left to play. We're back to high school basketball action after this on KNDY.
F&A Construction will build it right. Call today for a quick quote if you're building, remodeling, or adding on. Enjoy your home more and increase its value with F&A Construction. They'll tackle your every project to make sure it's done right. For complete construction services, call on F&A Construction today at 292-4692. That's 292-4692.
If you miss any game action or just want to listen back to a KNDY broadcast, go on over to the Sports Broadcast tab at KNDYradio.com. There you can find archives of every high school broadcast game, home and away, on KNDY. Even some Marysville contests, too, as well. And some Marysville Bulldogs will get their postseason action starting this weekend. They're sticking with the long trips down south of Wichita as 3A state will start this weekend. Here in our contest, winner will move on to face-off against Clifton Clyde. Washington County looking for their third win over Frankfort this season. Frankfort not wanting their season to end here tonight. Looking for their first win since mid-December. Lorelei Loizo free throw line shot. No, that one won't fall down for Lorelei, and Hoover will control for the Tigers. Directing traffic as she gets across the timeline. Pass is tipped, put back into the hands of Jesse. Right wing, Anna Gakel looking for the skip pass. Hounded in the corner by Haugen Shirley. Good feed inside to Maggie Luchmeyer, and Maggie drops it down for her first bucket since the second quarter. It's back up to a 5-point game as head coach Brian Everett tells Parthimer to get across half court, get it going. 3-ball effort, miss. Haug, offensive board, tipped around, and it'll stay with Frankfort. Now Parthimer kicks it out to Miley. Frankfort needing some offense here in this one. Let's see if they have one more run in them. Lorelei Loizo, left block, kicks it out. Parthimer, Miley Haug, 3-ball. Got it for Miley Haug. And a quick timeout for Brian Everett's squad. That's 5 points now for Maggie Miley in this fourth quarter. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 2-point game, 2 minutes left to go. Here as we close out first round action of Substate.
Owens Originals Floral has creative solutions for all your floral needs. Let Carol and her artistic team design and deliver a floral masterpiece for you. At Owens Originals, they keep a large selection of fresh flowers available, as if they're handpicked just for you. Owens Originals Floral on the Square in downtown Washington, 325-2026 for all of life's celebrations.
Call Parthimer Electric at 268-0553. At Parthimer Electric, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services and are dedicated to providing customer service that is second to none. Parthimer Electric won't leave the job until you're satisfied. Parthimer Electric is available at all hours and offers flexible services for indoor or outdoor jobs. You can visit us on the web at the Parthimer Electric Facebook site or give us a call at 268-0553. Parthimer Electric in Frankfort.
Max Blasky back here with you on KNDY as we close out our first game of 4 this week. We'll be down at Frankfort tomorrow night as the Frankfort boys take on Omega boys. Friday we'll be down at Valley Heights as the Mustangs tangle with Jeff County North. And then on Saturday we're out to Pike Valley where the Axel Eagles will take on the Vikings for the second year in a row. Axel already punched their ticket with a big win earlier this evening. Anna Gakel trouble with this one's going to go sailing into the lap of the announcer here on the stage. Turnover, Washington County, their 7th here at halftime, and this will give Frankfort an opportunity to either tie or take this lead late in the fourth quarter. Again, a 10-point advantage for Washington County at halftime, 26-16. Frankfort outscores the Tigers 15-8 in the third quarter. Here in the fourth, they've outscored them so far 8 to, actually, Washington County has outscored Frankfort here in the fourth. Inside ball will be tipped around. Jump ball will be called, and it'll stay with Frankfort. A break there for the Wildcats on the bad pass. Your 5 out there, Parthimer, Shirley, Everett, House, and Loizo for Frankfort. For Washington County, it is Baker, Hoover, Lutzmeyer, Spence, and Gakel, and a 3 from Holland Shirley, her second of the half. It's a 1-point advantage for Frankfort. 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter, and Scott Romiser takes a timeout for his Tigers. Frankfort's first lead comes at the 1:16 mark. It's a 30-second break. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Some things are better together, like burgers and fries, movies and popcorn, and auto and home insurance. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we'll help you bundle your auto and home coverage in one policy, saving you money. And if a storm hits and both are damaged, you'll pay a single deductible. Find an agent at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Bryce Leonard in Washington is your local agent with Farm Bureau Insurance and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
I mentioned it earlier in this contest. It is hard to beat a team 3 times, and for a Frankfort squad that is finally healthy, we'll see if they can hold on for the final 116. Washington County, though, a good opportunity here with the ball, only trailing by 1. We'll need a good shot coming out of timeout. Break here. Jesse Hoover, right wing, kicks it. Anna Gakel, a 3 off the rim, no good. Mackenzie Baker, offensive board, up and down for Mackenzie. A big putback by the 5'5 senior, a 1-point advantage now for Washington County. Back comes Frankfort trailing by 1. Final 56 seconds inside. Lorelei Loizo kicks it out. Holland Shirley, a 3, and she hit it. Her second 3 of this quarter. It's a 2-point lead for Frankfort. 45 seconds left to play in this contest. Hoover across the timeline. Left wing, Anna Gakel looking for the skip. Now Jesse Hoover, left corner 3. No. Rim. Offensive board being fought for. Maggie Lutzfire. Up and down. Back and forth we go here in this fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game, 45-all. Final 23 seconds. Frankfort will hold for the last shot. 20 on the clock. Left side, Tessa Barthamer. She's been quiet here in the fourth. Leading scorer with 19. There's a scrum on the floor. Turnover, Frankfort. Washington County now will have an opportunity, or do we have overtime? No, we have got a timeout by head coach Scott Romiser and his Washington County Tigers. It is a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Trailers for You would like to remind you to give them a call to book your Hogemeyer and Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed. The yield advantages are in the data for corn and soybeans. This is Jane Studer with Trailers for You, located at the corner of Highway 9 and 99 in Frankfort. If you're wanting to upgrade to a Merit stock trailer or travel-along dump or flatbed trailer, give us a call at 785-292-4166. They're also booking your net wrap for next year. Call Trailers for You at 785-292-4166. Go Cats!
There is something to be said about postseason basketball. Frankfort, who hasn't won a game since December 20th, is tied with Washington County 45-all. The Wildcats had the ball just moments ago, but a turnover by Frankfort gives it back to the Tigers. Now it's 8.4 on the shot clock. For Washington County, it'll be Luchmeyer, Hoover, Baker, both Gakel sisters. For Frankfort, Everett, Loizo, Haug, Shirley, and Tessa Parthamer. It'll be inbounded in the backcourt. Jesse Hoover gets it off to Mackenzie Baker with 8 seconds. Back to Hoover, left wing, gets all the way to the paint. Runner up, off the glass, no good. Fought for, taken by Marie Everett, and now a foul will be called 90 feet away from the basket. That is the first foul for Washington County, so no free throws, but a good, smart move by Jesse Hoover to take it quickly into the lane. She was looking for the foul, but that will also foul out Addie Gakel now. With 0.7 on the clock, Addie will end her night with 4 points, so the senior will have to watch the rest of the way. With 0.7 tied here at 45, 99% sure we'll have overtime. Effort to Parthamer, no shot there. Hoover stole that off the inbound, and it would have been a bucket and a win for Washington County, but we've got extra basketball. First round of Class 1A Division I Centralia Sub-State action going into overtime, knotted up at 45. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. The Dragiston Insurance Company and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff at the Dragiston Agency at 785-325-2263 or stop by one of their 3 offices located in Washington, Clay Center, and Concordia. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and the Dragiston Insurance Agency working together to protect you.
When caring for someone you care for, let Frankfort Community Care Home offer you peace of mind. Rooted in community and activity, your loved ones will live in a home where life is worth living. A care-first approach that's unique to each resident's likes and dislikes, needs and preferences is what sets Frankfort Community Care Home apart. With staff that will go the extra mile to enhance residents' total well-being in a loving environment, Frankfort Community Care Home continues to be a home with a heart.
Max Plasky back here with you on KNDY. What a great one we started off our postseason coverage with. We've got an extra 4 minutes here in overtime, knotted up at 40-5 all. Leading scorer so far here in this contest, it's Tessa Barthomer with 19 for Frankfort. Jessie Hoover with 17 for Washington County. She had an opportunity at the buzzer but couldn't get the shot to fall. Same starting lineup for Frankfort. Haugen, Shirley, Loizo, Barthomer, and Eppert. Tip will be one between Anna Gakel and Loizo. Goes over to Frankfort. Again, Addie Gakel just found out with 0.7 on the shot clock. So Washington County will have to start Jory Vince here in overtime. So it's Vince, Anna Gakel, Maggie Luchmeyer, and out front, Hoover and Baker. A free 4 minutes of basketball. Glad to have you all along here on KNDY FM 95.5. Two TVL teams got blowout wins earlier tonight. This one, a barn burner here. Frankfort looking for their first win since mid-December. Washington County looking for a run at state inside. It's Tessa Barthomer now with a 21-piece bucket on a beautiful pass from Holland Shirley inside to the streaking Barthomer. Frankfort's second lead of the game. Their first came with 1:16 in the fourth quarter, as it was all Washington County through the first half. But Frankfort outscores Washington County 14-11 in the fourth and 15-8 in the third quarter to knot us up here at 40-5 all. A foul will be called inside. Who'd that go on? Lorelai Loizo, as Jessie Hoover will go to the line for free throws. Hoover knocks down the first one. She had an opportunity for the win at the end of regulation as she got all the way to the bucket, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Second one now for Hoover. That's off the rim. No good. Tessa Barthomer pulls down the board. Again, this 5'8" sophomore has been all the offense for Frankfort. She has 19 points, but it was big threes by Holland Shirley and Miley Howell with 5 points in the fourth quarter that gave Frankfort this lead. Pass is nearly tipped away by Mackenzie Baker, but it'll stay with the Wildcats. 4 out, 1 in. Loizo in lone inside. Right wing Shirley. Now we're going to run some clock. 2:42 left to play as Brian Eppert just says, get away from the rim. Again, no shot clock here at Washington County. 1 point advantage for Frankfort, trapped in the corner, and it'll be off Mackenzie Baker. Good job by Baker and Luchmeyer to trap Holland Shirley in the dead corner on this right side. 1 point advantage here for Frankfort. 2:28 left to play. Fourth quarter overtime roll. A turnover will be called on Frankfort's Breeley Eppert. Again, Frankfort with 14 turnovers in the first half. They only had 6 in the second, but that's a costly one as Brian cannot believe it. Head coach Scott Rothmeiser pacing his bench too as well. Anna Gakel, right wing, thought about a three, but now will drive right baseline against Shirley. Gakel stopped, trapped in the corner, and now a 3-second call will be called. That'll be on Maggie Luchmeyer, who just planted her butt too far in that lane. Turnover Washington County. In Washington County, 10-9 on the season. Frankfort 4-16. Frankfort came in as the 12 seed. Washington County the 5 seed. Frankfort ended Washington County's season last year. The Wildcats trying to do it again this season as they lead by 1, 47-46. 1:49 left to play in this overtime. It was a 3-ball and a 2 by Miley Haugen fourth quarter that got us tied. Eppert thinks about a 3. Now will drive right baseline. A lot of contact. Kicks it out. Loizo. Tip pass taken by Jessie Hoover. It won't be a turnover. It was awfully close, though, as Hoover, oh so good at sticking those hands out and tipping that ball away. A full timeout will be taken here with 1:32 left in overtime. We're going to keep it right here. They'll give you a game reset. Again, this was a big lead for Washington County the entire way. It was 13-7 at the end of the first quarter, 26-10 at halftime. But then Frankfort comes out, on the back of 7 points from Tessa Parthimer, outscores Washington County 15-8 in the third quarter, and then outscore the Tigers 14-11 in the fourth to knot us up in overtime at 45. Again, for Washington County girls, it's been Jessie Hoover now with 18 points in this contest, double digits now for Maggie Luchmeyer as she has 10, 5 for Anna Gakel, and 7 for Mackenzie Baker, 2 points for Jory Vince off the bench. But Washington County will be without the services of Addie Gakel. She fouled out in the final second of the fourth quarter. As for Frankfort, it's been all starters. Tessa Parthimer with 19, 10 for Breeley Everett, 9 for Holland Shirley, 8 for Miley Howe, and 2 for Lorelei Loizo. 1:32 on the play clock. 1 foul called already on Washington, 4 on Frankfort. So 1 more on Frankfort will send the Tigers to the line. 1:26 here to play in this contest. Frankfort should be in no hurry to shoot this ball. Outside Parthimer, trap left corner by Hoover and Luchmeyer. Gets it out to Everett, who gets away from the defense. 1:10 now on the clock. When does Washington look to foul? I doubt they do, but let's see if they can get out and get a steal attempt. Everett hounded top side between Hoover and Baker. Now to Holland Shirley, who's been confident here in the fourth. Shirley right side, Miley Howe gets it off. Skip pass left wing. Breeley Everett, left baseline out. Tessa Parthimer looking for help. Skip pass is just thrown wildly, but it'll be taken by Holland Shirley. Jessie Hoover got her hands on it, but Frankfort controls. 44 seconds left to go here in overtime, and here's that personal foul called on Mackenzie Baker. Again, just the second as a team for Washington County. That's Mackenzie's second, 2 as well. So 3 more will have to send Frankfort to the line, and who do you send to the line if you're Washington County? Frankfort has only shot 4 free throws in this game, and those came way back in the second half. There's a foul now called on Anna Gakel out top as she was hounding Miley Howe. The Gakel's second personal foul now with 33 seconds left to play. Again, the first time these two teams met, it was Washington County running away with it 62-40. Now there's a scrum inside. Jump ball, possession arrow over to Washington County. A heck of a defensive stop there for the Tigers. Again, first time these two teams met, that final score 62-40. They met exactly 7 days later. It was a 1-point win for Washington County. So Frankfort, probably the healthiest they've been now all season, lead by 1. 26 seconds left to go. Left side, Gakel with it. Skip pass, Hoover. Right block, inside, a lot of contact, no foul. It's taken by Holland Shirley. Shirley off and running, now gives it off to Miley Howe, who is fouled in the backcourt. And head coach Scott Rothmeiser cannot believe that Jessie Hoover didn't get a foul called. There was a lot of contact on the arm. Hoover very good at selling those fouls as nothing was called. Fourth personal foul, next foul will send Frankfort to the line. Breeley Everett looking for some help. Kicks it off to Miley Howe's left side. Clock running now under 10. Over to Everett in front of Frankfort bench, and they will elect to send Breeley Everett to the line for some clutch free throws here in overtime. Again, Frankfort's first free throws since midway through the second quarter. And who went 1 for 2 at that mark? It was Breeley Everett, the lone senior in her possibly last game here tonight, will step up big with free throw attempts. Maggie Luchmeyer will be made for the foul. First one is off from Everett. Still a 1-point game. Lead here for Frankfort, and a timeout will be called by Brian Everett. That'll be his final timeout. 8.8 on the shot or on the game clock. We're going to keep it right here. Again, Max Blasky with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. It's been a heck of a way to start our sub-state coverage. Again, we'll be down at Frankfort tomorrow night as the Frankfort boys host Onega boys for the second time this season. Frankfort boys will look for a run at another sub-state championship appearance, and hopefully beyond that. Give you a game reset. Again, Frankfort did not take their first lead until 1:16 in the fourth quarter. It was all Washington County leading 34-31 going into the final frame. But Frankfort outscores the Tigers 14-11 in that fourth quarter to knot us up at 45. And so far here in this one, a lone bucket by Tessa Parthimer, who now has 21 points and a lone free throw by Jesse Hoover, who has 18 for Washington County, but it's Breeley Eppert at the line for the back half of 2 free throws. She missed the first. Next one will make it a 2-possession game. 47-46. Eppert spins this one twice in her right hand, puts it up. That one's off the rim, no good, being tipped around. So a big offensive rebound, and a foul will be called quickly on Maggie Luchmeyer. Lorelei Loizo, the 5'10 junior, comes up with a big offensive rebound off the missed free throw by Breeley Eppert. She worked against the freshman Maggie, and a positive year for her so far, but right there, costly free throw miss. First one here for Lorelei Loizo. High arcing free throw. That one will be off the rim, no good. Frankfort giving Washington County an opportunity. 1 point advantage here for the Wildcats. 5.7 seconds on this shot clock in overtime. Lorelei at the free throw for a second of 2. A high arcer. No offensive board. Again pulled down by Lorelei Loizo. 2 offensive rebounds on late free throws. As head coach Scott Romizer threw that clipboard down, he talked about it in the opening. Boxing out was going to be important, and here we go. Such a sad scene, though, if you're a Washington County faithful. Jesse Hoover fouls out with 18 points here with 4.1 seconds in overtime. Hoover, 1,000-point scorer in her career, has meant so much to this Tigers program over her 4 years, not only on the basketball court, but in every other athletic adventure. And she can only watch in the final 4.1 is back to the line. We'll go Lorelei Loizo. First free throw will be short, off the rim, no good. Dead silent here in Washington County High School. Now Frankfort is 0 for 5 in this overtime from the free throw line. 1 point advantage, though, for Frankfort, 47-46. Second one for Lorelei, off, but a lane violation will be called on Anna Gakel. Some time ran off the shot clock. We'll see if they reset this. No, they won't. So now 3.4 on the clock. One more here for Lorelei. Free throw is high. Free throw is off the rim. No good. A quick foul will be called on Breeley Eppert. That's an over-the-back. That will send Washington County's Mackenzie Baker to the line for free throws with 3.1 seconds on this clock. Breeley Eppert, her third personal foul, so who would have thought it comes out to box outs here in this one. Mackenzie Baker in this game is 1 for 2 from the line. She has 7 points. That's the third leading scorer for Washington County here in this one. She's going to want a little bit more attention. We're going to tie that shoe right there in front of her. Again, one of 3 big seniors. One of 3 big seniors for this Washington County girls team. And no, we're going to change it. Okay, so it's actually going to be Jory Bentz going to the line. Jory Bentz, at the line. The 5'9 junior, 1 bucket so far here tonight. Free throw from the righty is up, and it's no good. Missed free throws here in this overtime by both teams have played an integral part of this contest. Washington County is 1 for 5. Frankfort is 0 for 6. This free throw at 3.1 can tie it. It's going to go dead silent here. Let's see what happens. Bentz's free throw is up, and it's down. It's down for Jory Bentz. Biggest free throw of the night. Frankfort with 3. Frankfort with 2. Lorelei will not get a shot off, and a timeout will be called by Brian Eppert. His final timeout, as that ball will be, I believe, right here in front of me. We'll decide where that goes. But again, Jory Bentz, with maybe her biggest free throw in her high school career, knocks us up at 47 all. Do we have a second overtime coming? It's a full timeout called by head coach Brian Eppert. Ball will be just on the left side of half court, so Frankfort will have to go 50 feet to the bucket. 47 all, as we've only had 2 points score here in overtime. It's Tessa Parthimer's bucket, and then a free throw by Jesse Hoover and Jory Bentz. But again, Washington County will be without the services of Addie Gakel. She found out with 4 points in the fourth quarter, but a big one, too, for Washington County going into the second overtime if Frankfort doesn't get a shot off. Jessie Hoover has fouled out. She fouled out with 4.1 seconds left to go in overtime. Still great leadership there from the senior. She encourages her teammates. Hoover, leading scorer for Washington County with 18 points in this game. Tessa Parthimer with a 21-burger for Frankfort. The last time these two teams met, it was 48-47, your final score. Here we go, possibly into second overtime, and tears of joy coming from Jory Vince as she is red-faced, probably, again, the biggest free throws of her career. Happy to see this season continue. Eppert will take the inbound with 3.1 on the shot clock. House to Loizo. Back to House. House, no, shot will be given off, and we're going to go into a double overtime, and Frankfort doesn't even get a shot off. As head coach Brian Eppert grew up a pretty darn good play, threw it to Lorelai Loizo at the three-point line, top of the key. It was kind of slow play to Miley House, who was looking for the three wide right wing. But we will now go into double OT. I'll have to say, it's been the first for a lot of things this season in the high school basketball career. Marysville Athlete comes up just short of the all-time Kansas high school scoring record. Here we've got our first double overtime game I know in my broadcasting career, and a heck of a run here in this first round contest. This is what Sub-State is all about. Again, winner of this game will go on to face fourth-seeded Clifton Clyde, who picked up a big win over Bishop Seabury 72-9 earlier this evening. Washington County here, the fifth seed in this bracket. Frankfort, the 12th seed, as the Wildcats looking for their biggest win of the season. Wildcats started off the year 4-2, but since then have dropped 14 straight. Their last win coming back on December 20th. Washington County started the year off 4-0, then dropped their next six, but came back to finish the season strong. Lorelai Loizo, and in the jump circle, it's Anna Gakel with the jump ball. Gakel takes it. I think we're going to have a re-jump. No, we're not. So both of the girls on the jump tipped it. Gakel was the first one to come down with it. You can't do that, so now it'll go over to Frankfort. Frankfort started off overtime. Holland Shirley, Miley Howd, Breeley Effort, Tessa Parthimer, Lorelai Loizo. Inside from Washington County, it'll be Maggie Luchmeyer, Jory Vince, Anna Gakel, Mackenzie Baker, and now for the first time here in this contest, it will be at number 22, Natalia Andres. She came in late in that fourth quarter in the final seconds. Here's a foul inside by Washington County. Lorelai Loizo at the line knocks down a free throw. A big free throw here from Lorelai Loizo in this double overtime. The first free throw made by Frankfort in either overtime. Second one coming for Lorelai. High arcing one. That's off the rim. No good. Ball being fought for. Taken by Miley Howd. And again, it was the offensive boards of Breeley Eppert and Lorelai Loizo late in that fourth quarter and overtime that got Frankfort to where they are right now, leading by one, 48-47 on the made free throw here from Lorelai Loizo. Frankfort will now run clock. Left block, Lorelai kicks it out. Parthimer has been quiet here in the second half in overtime. She had 19 points through the first three quarters. Only two here in the fourth and overtime. Tip pass ends up in the hands of Loizo. Eppert, left corner three. She got it. She got it. A triple from Breeley Eppert. 13 points now for the season. You're not wanting her season to end. Andres has it right corner. Kicks it inside to Benz, who hits the game-time free throw in overtime. Around the horn, it works into Gakel. Gakel inside. Stop off. Blocked by Lorelai Loizo, but he'll stay with Andres, who hits a three. A big triple from Andres. A big one here in overtime. Her first bucket comes for Natalia in this second overtime. It's a 1-point advantage still for Frankfort. Parthimer a three, an air ball, and that will go back over to Washington County. Boy, we couldn't get any points as we went into overtime, but here we are now in the second overtime. Already two triples hit, one by each team. Natalia right wing, another one. No, not that one. Defensive board, Lorelai Loiza will be hounded, but she gets this one off. Here comes Miley Haug, left to right as we work it. Frankfort still with the lead. 51-50 is the score. Head coach Brian Eppert sets up this offense. Defense here from Washington County still in their zone. Frankfort will look to just run clock here in this double overtime. 51-50 is your score. Frankfort took their first lead in the fourth quarter at the 1:16 mark, and since then it's been back and forth here in overtime and a second. Top side, Mackenzie Baker hounding. Tessa Parthmer. Natalia gets the steal. Natalia off and running, but Breely Eppert comes up with the steal again for Frankfort. Just a little bit too quick there, of course. Natalia did not play any of the first three quarters, comes in late in the fourth quarter and overtime, and comes up with a big triple, but they're just a little bit too quick. And now a foul will be called on Washington County. That will go on Natalia Andres, her first personal foul, fifth here for Washington County, and Breely Eppert will go to the line. Eppert, the righty, puts this one up and knocks it down. 4 points for Breely Eppert here in this overtime, as substitution will come in. Jaden Leflin, 5'5" junior. She will check out Jory Bentz. Again, Bentz, biggest free throw of her career, sent us into double overtime. Eppert's second free throw, no good. Ripped down out of there. The free throw by Maggie Luchmeyer. Here come the Wildcats, or the Tigers, excuse me. Again, Jesse Hoover fouled out. A long two. Shot missed. Offensive board being chased down. Who has it? A jump ball will stay with Washington County. Again, Jesse Hoover, 1,000-point scorer in her Tiger career, found out with 4.1 seconds in overtime. Washington County also without the services of Addie Gakel. Tessa Parthmer has played this entire second half with four, and a beautiful pass from Laughlin to Luchmeyer as Maggie puts it in for her first bucket since the fourth quarter. Back to a tied game, 52-all. 1 minute left to play. By golly, do we have three? Holland Shirley floater. No. Defensive board pulled down Washington County. Here comes Mackenzie Baker across the timeline. 60 seconds left, and now a turnover. Washington County as Baker's pass was too low for Natalia. The third time these two teams have met, and you can tell they have played a lot of basketball between these two. A timeout will be taken here in this wild contest. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second breather. We'll be back with double overtime action after this.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community, FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
A lot of cheering for the Tigers going on here in Washington County High School. Of course, Washington County boys 3-14 under first-year head coach Ryan Huckett will be at Rural Vista tomorrow. That start time 7 p.m. Meanwhile, we'll have broadcast coverage of the Frankfort boys as they host Onega in their 1A Division I bracket. That contest start time is same as well, 7 p.m. on that one. If I said 1 p.m. on Washington County, apologies. All of these sub-state games start at 7 o'clock in the evenings. Washington County at Rural Vista tomorrow. Frankfort hosting Onega tomorrow. Both games at 7 o'clock with Candy Y down in Frankfort. 52-all here in double overtime. Wildcats with the ball, looking for their biggest win of the season. Eppert, Barthomer, Loizo, Haug, and Shirley out there. They work it inside the Lorelei, up and down for two for Lorelei Loizo. A big bucket here. She hit a free throw here in this double overtime. And now a pass will be stolen away by Lorelei. Inside it was poked away. And now Lorelei will, I believe, go to the other end for free throws as a foul was committed on Maggie Luchmeyer, her third personal foul. But again, we got here because Frankfort got to the line in the fourth quarter and overtime. An offensive rebound got the Wildcats back to where they want to be. 2-point advantage here for Frankfort. High arcing free throw from Lorelei Loizo is down. Frankfort shot 4 free throws in the first 4 quarters of this game. This will be free throw attempt number 12 here in the 2 overtime periods. Loizo drops that one down as she goes 2 for 2. Big free throws for Lorelei. 4-point advantage Frankfort. Mackenzie Baker out top. Parthimer pokes it away from Baker. Clock running down. 17 seconds left. Baker, right wing, steps into a 3. That's off. No good. Out of bounds, saved. But up and down shot. No good from Laughlin. An alley foul will be called 90 feet away from the bucket, as Frankfort looks like they will hold on to this one with 7.2 on the clock. And to the line, back will go Lorelei Loizo, who again now is 3 for 4 in this double overtime from the free throw line. 5 points for Lorelei in the double OT. Free throw is off the mark. No good. That personal foul will go against Mackenzie Baker, her 3rd. But still 4-point lead for Frankfurt, 7.2 to play. Second free throw is down for Lorelei. Big ones here from the junior. 5 on the shot clock. Baker across half court, kicks it to Gakel left wing. Baker gets a shot off at the buzzer. It's good, but Frankfurt holds on for the win in double overtime. 57-55 is your final score as Washington County girls season comes to an end here in double overtime in heartbreaking fashion. Again, your final score, Frankfort 57, Washington County 55, as the Wildcats pick up their first win since December 20th. That was a game against Onega. The Washington County season ends in a heartbreaker here at home in front of the home crowd. Your final score in double OT, 57-55. Frankfort wins on the road. We'll take a timeout, wrap up post-game coverage, and get you ready for KU basketball starting in about half an hour here on KNDY-FM 95.5.
If your four-legged friend is in need of quality care, call on the compassionate team at the Animal Clinic in Frankfort. Their experienced team of veterinarians are dedicated to the health of your pets or herd. From routine checkups to state-of-the-art medical procedures, call the office at 785-292-4628 or schedule an appointment online at animalclinicpa.com. Treating with compassion and dedication, count on the Animal Clinic in Frankfort, where your pet's health is their top priority.
For the best of care close to home, visit the Washington County Hospital and Family Medicine of Washington County. Their team of professionals work together to provide every member of your family in every stage of life with medical care. From routine checkups to diagnostic services, visiting outpatient specialists, obstetrics, major and minor surgical procedures, and an emergency room that is always staffed by physicians, you'll find the best of care right here in Washington County. Call 785-325-2211 for your appointment today.
Flint Hills Mechanical is a call away for your plumbing work, heating, and air conditioning. Backed up or won't drain? Call Flint Hills Mechanical. New and existing plumbing work, plus heating and air conditioning, as well as custom sheet metal service. Call on Flint Hills Mechanical. Find them on Facebook or give them a shout at 785-313-0103. Flint Hills Mechanical, Frankfort. When you're buying tires, go with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Locally owned, M&M Tire offers minor service work. They offer major brands of tires. They offer service after the sale. And that's what you can rely on with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Call them at 325-2207 for an appointment today. For your tire needs, call them M&M Tire in Washington.
Max Blasky back with you here from Washington County High School. The dust has settled. Crowds are making their way to the exit as the Frankfort Wildcats come up with, I don't want to call it an improbable win, but a heck of a win and a heck of a run by head coach Brian Eppert's team here to come out with a double overtime victory, 57-55 on the road in front of a hostile Washington County crowd. I said in the beginning, I think this is one of the best gyms to play in the entire Twin Valley League. Washington County fans, be proud of yourselves here tonight. You came out and full support. Washington County boys basketball team, full support too as well. But again, it just wasn't enough, though, as the Tigers in their season on their home court, 57-55. Looking at scoring here in this one, we're going to start with the Washington County girls. Again, they had 2 players foul out in overtime or later. Addie Gakel finishes with 4 points as she fouls out with 0.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. But the big one was Jessie Hoover fouling out with 4.1 seconds in overtime. Hoover ends her high school basketball career on an 18-point note, left it all out on the court, and one of the best Twin Valley League athletes we've seen in a long time. Washington County, again, led by Jessie Hoover with 18 points. It was a strong showing by freshman Maggie Luchmeyer, 12 points, 10 from senior Mackenzie Baker, 5 from Anna Gakel, 4 for Addie Gakel, then 3 off the bench for Jory Vince and Natalia Almendarez. Almendarez, Gakel, Mackenzie Meyer, Mackenzie Baker, and Jessie Hoover, the 5 seniors on this Washington County squad, will end their senior year 10-10, falling in first-round action to the Frankfort Wildcats. The second straight year Frankfort has went on to beat Washington County in the sub-district play. Last year it led to a state title. This is only Frankfort's 5th win on the season. They'll pick up a game against Clifton Clyde on Saturday. But what a heck of an impressive win for, again, Brian Everett's squad as Frankfort picks up their first win since December 20th, a game at Onega that was 51-35. Frankfort just held with injuries and sickness this season, finally put it together late as the Wildcats were led by Tessa Parthimer. She had 21 points. She had 19 through the first 3 quarters and then just kind of didn't look to score in overtime, but Frankfort held on for the win. A big 14 points from senior Breeley Everett, the lone senior on this Wildcat squad, did not allow her season to end. 9 points for Holland Shirley, 8 points apiece for Loreline Loizo and Miley Haug. Just walking you through again how we got to this contest. It was 13-7 at the end of the first quarter. Washington County in the lead. The Tigers outscored the Wildcats again in the second quarter to lead at half 26-16, but it was all Frankfort in the second half. They outscored Washington County 15-8 in the third quarter and 14-11 in the fourth quarter to force overtime. Jessie Hoover had an opportunity at the buzzer to put a bucket in, but it wouldn't drop down for the senior. As we went into overtime, only 2 points for each team. It was a lone free throw by Hoover and Jory Vince. Vince's biggest free throw of her career came with about 4 seconds left on the clock to knot us up at that 47 mark. But then in overtime, Loreline Loizo for the Frankfort Wildcats, she finishes overtime with 6 points, double overtime with 6 points in this one. Free throws, again, were big in overtime. Frankfort shot 4 free throws in regulation. They go 5 for 14 from the line, just enough to pick up this 2-point win. As for Washington County, they went 2 for 6 in the overtime. No foul shots in the double overtime for the Tigers. It's Washington County, let me do a quick check here, gets to the line 21 times in this game, where Frankfort gets there 16 times. But again, in overtime and double overtime, offensive rebounds for Frankfort really drove this Wildcats team to the win. Again, a heck of a season for the Washington County girls. They will end their year 10-10 in this final game. Jessie Hoover walks off the court, again, 1,000-point scorer with 18 points in this one. Fellow senior Mackenzie Baker with 10 points. Fellow senior Addie Gakel with 4 points. Natalia Almendarez got in late with 3 points. And no mention from Mackenzie Meyer, as those 5 in their high school career, unfortunately, on a loss. But good notes for the Frankfort girls. Again, now they move on to 5-16 on the season. Their first win since the middle part of December. Frankfort will keep their postseason hopes alive as they will move on to face 4-seeded Clifton Clyde at Clifton Clyde on Saturday. We're nearing the top of the hour, so we'll get off of this broadcast. Catch you national news and weather coming up here top of the hour. before KU basketball takes over the airwaves here on FM 95.5 at 9:30 as the Jayhawks look for their second straight win over the Colorado Buffaloes. This is game number 1 of this week. We'll be down in Frankfort for the Frankfort boys versus the Onega boys as they start first-round action in that one. Later on in the week, we'll be down at Valley Heights as the Lady Mustangs will take on Jeff County North. And then later this weekend, it will be the Axtell girls versus Pike Valley girls with a Saturday tip-off 7 p.m. as Axtell claimed to win over Natoma 81-16 earlier tonight. And, of course, before mentioned Clifton Clyde, they pick up a 72-9 win over Bishop Seabury. Frankfort with the 57-55 double overtime win here on KNDY Radio. This has been Max Blasky. We appreciate you all tuning in this evening. We'll see you back tomorrow night from the home of the Wildcats. Again, Frankfort continues their march to the season, the 57-55 double overtime win over Washington County girls in this year, 10-10, while Frankfort moves on to 5-16. Max Blasky reporting for KNDY Radio. We'll see you tomorrow night from Frankfort.
KNDY.